Yes, you're welcome to Education Today on CIA News Africa. Yes, CIA News Africa is a community-based television network that is bringing you so many programs, so many information, so many news and entertainment across Africa and the world. Today, we have our program, Education Today. Education Today is where we discuss the matters of education. Everything has to do with education. What are we learning? What are children learning? How are the teachers teaching? What are the responsibilities of the parents? What are the responsibilities of the teachers and even the children who are learners? What should be done? What should not be done? How would those things be done to make sure that our education system is in order? This is what we discuss on education today. Today, we have a special guest in our midst, a seasoned educator, a wonderful teacher, a very recognized and qualified teacher in Nigeria, Mrs. Amaka Ezokeke. We welcome you to this program. Thank you. So, we have this program, and our topic today is the negative effects of phones and social media on our children. Yes, this is a computer age, it's a digital age. We have phones and social media everywhere. Everyone is using phone, and so many children are trying to use phone too. They've been requesting, "Mom, Dad, please buy phone for me. I need to start using my phone. I need to start using phones." Now we are trying to discuss what are the negative impact, what are the negative effects of those phones if we give them to our children. We hand those phones over to our children. What could be the negative consequences? What could be the negative effects of the action if we do so? That is what we want to discuss today. Please, Ma, you can do justice to that. What do you think are the negative effects of phones and social media on our children? Thank you.
Phones and social media, they have negative impacts on our children, but we wouldn't say that they are bad, because anything that have advantage also has disadvantage. Phone itself is a gadget, it's a technology gadget that everybody is using, both the adults, both parents and youth. Now there are many things that phone does for us. There are many functions that the phone does for us. You use it to make call. You can be here in Nigeria and you connect to people outside, whether US, England, China, and so on and so forth. So it is mostly used for communication. Now, coming in terms of students, what they normally do with phone is for research concerning studies. They use it for research. But the problem we have at times is that most of our students, they go beyond that research. When the parents give their children mobile phone, they don't monitor what they are doing on those mobile phones, and that is where the problem lies. There are some students, let's say for example, ages between 15 to 20. If you ask them to follow you to the church for a night vigil, they will tell you, "Oh no, mommy, I can't do that. I can't stay awake up to that time." But you will notice that these students can stay up to 5 hours in the night pressing their phone, watching movies, watching other things like pornography. And at that time, their parents are no longer awake. So from there, they go into what you don't even know. Because initially, our youth will say that they are using their phone and their laptop to do scam people. And you see some students, they will tell you, "I want to have a phone. I want to have a phone." Why do you need a phone? Some of them that are craving for phone don't even actually know why they need that phone. Some of them is because of peer group influence. They think that all their friends are having phone, are using phone. So is it only me that will be left out? They will start pressurizing their parents to give them phone. And those parents, because they don't want the society to see their children that they are left behind, will go ahead and give those children that phone. One thing is to give a child a phone. Another one is to monitor what that child does with that phone. There are some parents that what they do with their phone is just to answer call. Some people will tell you if it passes answering call, I'm not into it. But when they give their children phone, they don't even know what those children are doing with those phones. The child can tell you, I want to use it and do research. They give us assignment. But when you go close to them, we see that they are not doing any educational research. They are using it to watch pornographic movie. They will go to that phone, download some apps that you don't even know, and learn some lot of things. So social media has been there before some of these children were born. And one of the problems we have in social media is some of the things we see in social media, they are not being controlled. Because I remember there was a time in Facebook when you post something that is not good, they will warn you, or maybe they will block your page. These days, when you open your phone, you notice that you'll be seeing posts from somebody that you don't even know. And some of these things, they affect our children. When they start going into social media, TikTok, and doing all sorts of things, and these days, Facebook is paying, everybody wants to make money. Some of them, they get this phone. You see where a student, somebody that was sent to school, maybe some of them that are in the high institution, they leave we are sent there to do because they want to make money. You see them, they will even agree to go naked, dancing and videoing themselves and be posting on the social media just to make money, because they now see that in our generation today, people don't even like to know the truth. When you post some things that are good, something that are educative, you will notice that people hardly like it or comment on it. But when you post something that you know that is not good for the eye, there was a time I opened my phone and I saw a husband and wife. They were even displaying nakedness on social media just because they know that when they post these things, people will like it, people will share, people will comment, and then they will be getting a lot of points and making money from it. So it's not that social media like Facebook and all these things that they are equally bad, but they can be controlled if we allow these children to go into social media. If we give them phone, let also monitor what they do with those phones.
Very wonderful. Thank you so much, madam, for doing justice to that. Thank you, because I know you've really discussed it in a way that everyone should learn something. Anyone who is following us will learn something from that. But based on what you just said right now, at what age is suitable, as what age is right for a child to be given a phone? Do you think it's okay for a child, for a student, for a learner to be given a phone? At what age or class?
I normally advise people to allow your child to finish secondary school before giving that child a phone. If a child is 17 or 18, any child that is under 18 is a minor. So if you allow your child to reach up to SS3 before giving that child phone, at least at that age, there is a kind of maturity in them. There are some things he can control within himself. You know, like children are normally moved by what they see. Whatever you are talking, whether you talk from today to tomorrow, they may easily forget it. But whatever a child sees, it registers in his or her memory, and it is very difficult to erase it. So when you give these children phone, unlike the televisions we have in our homes, some parents they recharge it and they don't even monitor what these children are watching. When you leave the television on for them, you go on your business. These children, they will just put anything and be watching. I remember those days, there was this child, because he was watching television and he was watching African movie. and he saw where a woman was maltreating the maid to the extent that the woman used a hot iron on the maid. And because this child is still a kid, he didn't know that this is not real until one day nobody was at home and they decided to practice what they seen in the television. He put the iron on the socket and called the younger one and say, come, let me check whether what these people are showing us in television is real. When the iron is hot, he pressed it on his brother's stomach, and that is it. So because that boy is a child, he has not gotten the knowledge that this thing these people are doing is film trick. So when you give a child phone at a tender age, a lot of things will go wrong. A lot of movies that that child is not supposed to watch, he will be forced to watch it. But the problem we have, in our society today, some parents will think, do you want my child to be left out? When you be telling them, they say, no, everybody in our street, everybody in our yard. People today, you see people living their life for others. They are mostly concerned on what people will say and not what is right. When you get a phone for a child in primary school, what is that child doing with that phone? You can get a simple phone, this non-Android phone. Maybe you keep it in the house for the children. It may be a house phone that if you travel or you are not at home, you can use it to call them, to give them some message. I'm not getting an Android phone giving to children. These days I see mothers, they buy phone, Android phone, and they give it to their babies. They will tell you, oh, if I give it to her, she will keep quiet. And from that age, you will see these children being addicted to that phone. Once you refuse to give the child the phone, the child will start crying. And the child will continue to cry until when you hand the phone back to him. So, left for me, the normal age is after SS3. So that by that time, that child is already an adult. And then there are some things he can handle, whatever he sees, because at that age, some of the things we see on social media are not true. Somebody will say, believe everything you see on social media to your own detriment. So, but at that age, he or she will be able to handle some of the information he sees on social media, unlike a child that is still under 16.
Okay, thank you very much. Yes, this is still education today, and we have our guest, Mrs. Amaka Ezokeke, who is discussing with us, telling us what we should know, what we need to know, what parents should know. This is education today. Don't forget, if you have not subscribed to this channel, please do so that you can keep getting our messages, our information, our live teachings. Then, if you're watching us on social media, if you're watching us then if you're watching us on Facebook, do well to follow this page so that you keep getting our messages. So please, madam, how do parents, because so many parents will be wondering, so many parents will be thinking, they will be asking themselves, how would they or how are they going to monitor their children when they give them the phones? How are they going to monitor them to make sure that what they are using the phone for, it's not for what it was not meant for? Do you understand? So how do they monitor those children to make sure that the phones are efficiently and efficiently used for the purpose it was meant? Thank you.
Okay, these days, technology has gone very far. It's what we call tracking. There is an app you can install in your phone, and you can use it to monitor another person's phone. So we can make use of these things and once in a while go through their phones. You know, normally as a parent, child's upbringing or children's upbringing is not something we just do on our own strength. When you are training a child, God is always involved. There are some children that you give phone even at that age. they will still be a good child. But there are ones that will see that as an opportunity. And when it comes in terms of phone, there are a lot of things that we should be careful of. Some of we parents, we don't use our phone very well. For example, there are people that usually lie. You see somebody in his bedroom or in his sitting room and he got a call and he will be telling the person that he's at Lagos. When we are doing these things, our children are watching us. They are watching us. And tomorrow, when you give that child phone, your child may go out for clubbing. And when you call him or her, he will tell you, "Oh, mommy, I'm in a lesson center," when he's not there. So, parents, we live by example. We are supposed to be a role model to our children. When you make your children your friend, there's something I told some students. There was a topic we are handling in the class, responsible parenthood. And I was telling them that parents are role models to their children. All these things that you see, the society will be telling you, a girl, she was raped, she entered into this, she entered into that. I said, there are some examples that parents will set for their girl child or for their boy child, and they will never fall that victim. When you give birth to a child, make that child your first friend. If the child is a girl, if you are a father, let your girl child be your first girlfriend. If you are close to your children, they will always tell you everything. Have a good communication with them. And even when somebody is distracting them, they will always tell you. These are some of the things that when we do it, you take these children out. Like these occasions we celebrate, like Valentine's Day or their birthdays, or even when you are celebrating your own birthday or Father's Day, you can take them out, buy gifts for them. Those things that will lure them out, those things that boys will use to get them, do it for them at home. So that when a boy or a young man comes to lure your daughter with any gift, with anything, that girl will stand her ground and say, "Oh, can you give me more than what my father can give me?" So when we make our children our friend, when we have good communication with them, always communicate with them. Even when you are not around, when you come back, ask them questions. They will know that, oh, my parents are really trying. When they get into trouble, they will always tell you. When your child knows that you are not doing anything illegal with your phone, I don't think that they will be pushed to enter into illegal activities. So as parents, we are the first role model in our children's lives, because what they see us start doing is what they have been doing. A father that smokes cannot tell his son not to smoke. A father that lies or cheats, maybe you are a husband and you're cheating on your wife with your phone, and your son has already seen the chats, and in order to cover your sin, you promise him heaven and earth. You see some people, they will even go extra mile to buy. They will tell you, what do you want, just name it. All these things are the things that can push our children away from us. But when our children sees that the kind of father and mother they have, they are disciplined. I don't want to bring shame to my family. I want to uphold my family name. Even if they are under 18 and you give them that phone, they won't mess up, because they know where they are coming from. That too busy of a teen, that statement is the cause of the problem we are facing in our society today. Because I used to ask people, what is your main priority? Some will tell you, is it not these children that we are hustling for? And you see parents hustling for their children, going out every day. They will be telling you that they are hustling for their children, and those children are going down. We should make out time. Make out time for these children. I see a situation where a husband and wife stays in one shop. Somebody will move out, go to his shop by 7 a.m. or 8, and will stay there till 6 p.m. Now, in marriage, there is no formula in marriage. Whatever you want to work for you in your home works. However you want it to be, however you want your home to be, it will be like that. When a man marries a wife, the two of them have the responsibility to sit down and discuss, what do we actually want? What do we want? Create a timetable. It is not only in school that you create timetable. If you are into business, if the two of you are into business, it is left for the man to tell the wife, these children closes by 4. By 4, you are done for the day. So that you go back and take care of them. Because when we continue to hustle and hustle and hustle and hustle and hustle, every day you keep on saying you are hustling, and our children are getting rotten day by day. These days you see children, young girls and young boys between the age of 12 to 18 at night. You see them roaming about in the streets. And at times I used to ask myself, these young boys and girls, where are they coming from? Don't they have parents? At this time they're supposed to be at home, doing one thing or the other in the home. And at times you notice that some of them, their parents don't actually come back on time. They may still be in the market till 8 p.m. 8 p.m. in the night. Somebody that left the house in the morning. And that is why when you go to some homes, you notice that the maids have taken over the home because the parents are too busy. If we are too busy, and this child or children that God has given to us, if they perishes, we'll be in trouble. We should remember that we are answerable to God because we are caretakers of these children, and we should give time to them. We should make out time for them. Even on Sundays, you see people, they are very busy. There are times when I look at some paper and laugh. Somebody called me one day and said, teacher, please, I need somebody that will be doing lesson for my children Saturdays and Sunday. I say, what? Did I hear you say Sunday? You see, some parents, I don't understand. They don't even want to stay with their kids. Somebody was telling me the other day that what she's doing is nanny job. And I said, madam, what's your statement? You are doing nanny job, your own kids, you are doing nanny job. That is how she put it. And I said, I don't blame you because you got married and you start bearing children. If you don't have kids, you won't be making this statement. So you see, how can a parent be telling somebody, can you do lesson for my child on Sunday? What time do you now have for these kids? And that is the problem we have in the society.
Yes, okay, thank you so much, madam, for doing justice to this topic. In fact, you've really said it in a way that anybody who is listening to us, who is watching us, will learn something from this. But as we round off this program today, I would like you to speak as a parting word, your parting words to the parents. Speak directly to the parents. Tell them what you think is right. Tell them what you would like them to do for a better society ahead. Thank you.
Okay, to my fellow parents, because I'm also a parent, the world we are has rotten to an extent. Some of us have lost hope in our country. But the issue is this: we as parents, we have our own responsibility. If we keep on blaming the government, blaming the politicians, those in power, we won't get it. because the family is the smallest unit of the society. These children that God has handed over to us, let us remember that one day you will give answers concerning those children. If you want your children to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to be an engineer and not a terrorist, you have a lot of work to do. You have to be there for them. Some of these children, when we interact with them as parents, as teachers, we notice that some of them are carrying burdens in their hearts. One of the things we should learn as parents is communication. Some of us, we don't have time to communicate with our children. Maybe you come back from work or from your business. You know children how they are. They will come to you and say, Mommy, I want to say. Some of us will just shout on them. That is not the answer to their problem. Give them listening ear. Even some of us don't even know that our children are being abused under our roof because we are too busy with our business. All these things are happening around us and we don't know. In some families, you go to some families, you see where teenage children, teenage girls are getting pregnant because their parents are not there for them. Because when they want to talk to their mom, talk to their father, that somebody is abusing them, you push them away. Whatever value you did not instill in your child, don't expect the school or the society to do that for you. Thank you.
Yes, you've been watching us. This is Education Today on CIA News Africa. We bring you this program because this is a program we think that everyone should know about, everyone should watch. If you have not subscribed to this channel, do well to subscribe to this channel right now on YouTube. And if you have not done so on Facebook as you're watching us, click on the link and subscribe to this and follow this page on Facebook. And we'll keep getting you updates, getting you other messages, information, news, and other documentaries that would be very exciting too. Thank you for being part of this program and keep watching Education Today. Keep watching CIA News Africa. We have a lot for you. Thank you and God bless you. Remember, my guest is Mrs. Amaka Ezokeke, and I am Chidi Ikenna Amobi. See you by this time next week. God bless you. Ọ na-agbagịgharị otu ihe si aga n'obodo kịta? Ọ na-abụ nnọkọta ị na-ajụ onwe gị, ọ gịnị kpatara na ụmụntakịrị adịghị enwezi nsọpụrụ nye ndị tọrọ ha? Ọ bụ gịnị mere eji adị ka a ga-asị na ọtụtụ di na nwunye a na-anụ kịta na-eme nyasa n'ọnwa nke mbụ, nke abụọ, nke atọ, otu afọ, otu abụọ eji bido ya? Ọ na-abụ nnọkọta ị na-ajụ ozikọ otu a ka ọ dị n'oge mbụ, ka ọ bụ o nwere ihe kpatara nke kịta ji wee dịzi otu a? Akụkọ ndị a bụ akụkọ anyị ga-ewetara gị n'oge a anyị kpọrọ akụkọ ezinụlọ, ebe anyị ga-anọ dọwa okwu akpa ma kwue okwu ka o si kwesị dị ma tụzie aka otu ihe ga-esi wee dị ka obodo wee dị mma. Sonyere anyị n'akụkọ ezinụlọ, ebe anyị na-agba ndị mmadụ ajụjụ ọnụ gbasara ọtụtụ ihe na-eme n'obodo taa, otu ọ dị n'oge mbụ, otu o si kwesị dị. Kedu ihe anyị ga-eme ka ọ wee dị mma? Kedu ebe o si mebie? Kedu ebe mmiri si banye n'opi ụgbọgụrụ? Akụkọ ndị a niile ka anyị ga-agba mbọ wetara gị n'akụkọ ezinụlọ, ebe anyị ga-agba mbọ hụ na onye ọbụla na-esonye. O nwere ebe o si agbagịgharị? Ọ bụ n'ụlọ akwụkwọ? Ọ bụ n'ụlọ ụka? Ọ bụ n'ezinụlọ? Ọ bụ n'ebe nna nọ? Ka ọ n'ebe nne nọ? Ọ bụzi n'ebe ụmụntakịrị anyị nọ tata? Kedu ihe bụ ihe a ị na-eche na o mebigo kpamkpam? Kedu ihe a ga-eme ka ọ wee dị mma? Kedu akụkọ bụ ihe a? Kedu okwu bụ ihe a na-enyezi nsogbu n'obodo tata, ma n'ezinụlọ anyị ma n'obodo anyị dị iche iche? N'oge a bụ akụkọ ezinụlọ ka anyị ga-eweta akụkọ ndị a niile n'uju ya ma kwuo ya otu o si kwesị dị ma weta ntụziaka ihe ọ ga-abụ eme ka obodo wee dị mma. Aka m bụ onye nke gị, Chidi Ikenna Amobi. Sonyere anyị n'akụkọ ezinụlọ elekere 8 nke uhuruchi ụbọchị ụka ọbụla ebe anyị ga-ewetara gị akụkọ ndị a niile otu o si eme ma ihe ọ ga-abụ eme ka ọ wee dị mma. Akụkọ ezinụlọ, sonyere anyị.